Welcome to the Ambassador Cruise Line ground for this latest round of matches in the Vitality Blast T20, where Essex, with 3 wins and 2 defeats in their 5 matches so far, take on the Hampshire Hawks. 1 win, 1 defeat and 2 draws with tied scores, which is just remarkable to tie 2 of your 4 matches. I'm Guy Swindles, alongside me Izzy Duncanson. And Izzy, team news? Any?
Team news? Well, the teams remain unchanged, don't they, from the last matches that they played, these 2 teams. And funnily enough, they both played Surrey, but not at the same time. Different dates.
Different dates.
The teams are unchanged. We can give you a rundown of the teams in a moment. If we have time, Essex, Grace Scrivens, Lizzie McLeod, Liberty Heap, Jodie Grucock, Flo Miller, Jo Gardner, Sophia Smale, Amara Carr, wicketkeeper, Kate Kopak, Eva Gray and Sophie Munro.
Yes, and for the Hampshire Hawks, Ella McCowan, Maya Bouchier, Georgia Adams, Francesca Sweet, Naomi Datani, Rihanna Southby, Abby Norgrove, Nancy Harmon, Amanda Jade Wellington, Poppy Tullock and Bex Tyson. And the news is that Essex have won the toss and on what looks quite a green wicket have decided to bowl first. And it will be Sophie Munro to start proceedings from the Graham Gooch end.
Yeah, it is a very green wicket. Reminds me slightly of the Lord's wicket in the last 3 days, which misbehaved itself. But we'll see what this pitch does today in this T20 game. Schoolboy error. I've lost my glasses. Need to go and find them, Guy. Sorry about that.
Do that thing.
Oh, they're in my pocket. I'm getting elderly. Just found them.
If you lose your glasses, over. You can't see your glasses. No,
exactly.
Sophie Munro then into bowl. And very nearly plays on in this occasion, but survives.
Well, it's a relief for Hampshire to have Maya Bouchier back from England duties. Not necessarily a relief for her not to be picked for the T20 World Cup, but she is a class act, and here she is opening the batting for the Hampshire Hawks.
Yes, alongside Ella McCorn. And that's has some width on that delivery, but not enough to call it a wide.
Yes, I think for Maya Bouchier it was more that she was taking the place of Nat Sciver-Brunt, wasn't she? And Nat Sciver-Brunt hasn't played a lot of cricket with all the injuries that she's had.
And someone had to go, didn't they? There was a huge debate about who would have to make way.
Mm-hmm.
Fuller length. Nice looking drive, but straight to the fielder at cover, so pretty good start so far for Sophie Munro, who checking, she's played in 4 of the 5 matches so far this season for Essex, taken 4 wickets, 2 for 30 last time out at Surrey when she did impress. Again, full, flicked into the leg side, straight to the fielder once more.
Yeah, these T20 power plays are really interesting. It's all about who gets on the front foot first, who's going to dominate. Is it the batting side or the bowling side? And at the moment, with 4 dots in a row, they're looking pretty chipper out there, aren't they, Essex? Having won the toss, of course.
Still 2 balls to go. And we're moving 3rd up into the ring, and a deep cover fielder now. And that goes into the gap left by the cover fielder going out into the deep, and Hampshire Hawks are off the mark.
It's to be Bouchier now, won't it?
It will to face her first ball. She played in the last match against Surrey. It's the easy thing. The last match against Surrey, we can just say for all 22 players. She scored 10 runs in that. And that is played nicely, defensively, up to mid-off. Super over to start with from Sophie Munro. Very tidy indeed. Just a single from it. 1 without loss after 1.
Yes, already pressure on Hampshire with only a single off that over. When you're only dealing with 20 overs, This is the thing. Having a good chat out there, the two in the middle, discussing plans. Decent soundtrack today. Can you name that tune, Guy? Maybe it's not quite your era, I feel.
No, it may not be, and I'm not sure whether the TV mic can pick it up. So,
Maybe not.
Tell me, though.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I'm showing myself up. I've no idea. I only got up to about 1989 and the music that I like.
Oh, hang on. I'll get the phone out and Shazam it.
Kopak. Oh, she's just testing out her run-up here. With a swish of a ponytail.
Yes, she knew she hadn't got it quite right, didn't she?
They've all got their markers down there. Sometimes a little signature or initials next to the line they make in the grass. With a bit of spray paint. It's almost like graffiti, isn't it? Inside edge. Good start there for Kopak. Kopak of Essex.
Is there a little bit of swing out there? Looks as if there might be.
You'd expect there to be, wouldn't you? I mean, we have got a lot of cloud cover.
Yeah.
It's fairly muggy today. It's very green. It's a vibrant green. And the outfield almost blends into the pitch. The pitch is so green. So a bit of right arm medium fast here from Kopak, 31-year-old. Slight hesitation from the umpire here, but
Yes,
it's been given.
Kate Kopak thought she heard something as well, didn't she? She thought there might have been a little edge through to the keeper. Well, in the first match against Hampshire in this competition, she took her career best figures of 4 for 18. So.
Ah, fantastic. And she also played for Peru.
Yes, which is one of the great cricketing.
Big play and a miss. Good, she's getting good bounce, Kopak, here on this pitch. Bit of a trampoline effect. Yeah, she played 6 times for Peru at the South American Women's Cricket Championship in 2018. Is it Paddington Bear from Peru?
He is.
Yeah. I don't think he ever played cricket for Peru, though.
Well, we don't know.
As far as I know. We can look it up in Wisdom.
That's the next book, isn't it?
It is.
Come on, Michael Bond.
Well, there's no fine leg down there. Will it go all the way? It should do.
Yeah.
It's a slow outfield, as we've had plenty of rain yesterday, but the ball's made it.
Yeah, slightly overcorrected, didn't she, Kate Kopak, after being called for a wide outside off stump, just strayed onto leg and first boundary of the innings.
So, McCoggan, the only scorer so far, moves up to 5. Ella McCoggan, 23 years old, right-hander. Oh, there's another play and a miss there. So the feeling there's a little bit of movement out there, perhaps off the seam as well, a bit of bite into the pitch, but it was shortish.
Yes, and it was wide-ish again, but not too wide this time.
Just not managing to capitalise, Ella. 69 versus Somerset in the T20 Blast in this campaign.
Yes, despite Kate Kopak taking 4 for 18, Hampshire, of course, won the return fixture down at Southampton.
Deep point has been dispatched out onto the boundary. It's quite a wide pitch here at Chelmsford. Oh, it's in the air. Oh, there's half a chance there. Half a chance there.
It was half a chance. No more than that. It was a really good attempt, but it was just getting away from her.
Yeah, McCoggan survives that, gets a single from it too, not in control of the shot, sort of sliced away, not timing it.
I think it was Jodie Grucock who got close.
Right, let's see how Kopak can reply to this. Yeah, tighter bowling.
Pretty well, yeah.
Hard to get her away there from Kopak.
So just the six runs from the over, so 7 without loss after 2. Now, will they continue with Sophie Munro, or will we go through the juggling? Looks as if Sophie Munro is set to continue. Yes, a decent smattering. We just saw somebody in the crowd there.
Yeah, Munro will continue then. Right arm medium for her. From the Graham Gooch end. Mustn't get my ends muddled up. And the Sir Alistair Cook end at our end, where the media stand is. It's always a bit of a mouthful, isn't it, Sir Alistair Cook?
It was easier when it was River.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, Sophie Munro to continue. Looks as if she was trying to pull that, and in the end actually plays it up to extra cover. So not quite timing it at the moment, McCoggan.
I mean, it doesn't look easy out there, does it? I mean, considering the conditions and everything, to find a bit of rhythm in T20.
Yeah, particularly with Sophie Munro bowling as tightly as she is at the moment, and that's another very good delivery that has to be dug out, almost Yorker length.
Yeah, she's rushing her, isn't she?
Yes.
The shot.
So still just conceded 1 run from the first 8 deliveries.
Very tidy.
This is straight up in the air, and it should be out. And it is. Safely snaffled by Jodie Grucock. Felt she had to get a hurry up, didn't she? Ella McCogan, and she goes. And Sophie Munro's excellent opening spell gets the wicket it deserves.
Yeah, really set her up for the wicket there. Lovely bowling from Munro. And as you mentioned, Guy, very tight. Just 1 run off the last 6, 7, 8, 9 balls. And you could just feel that pressure mounting. And McCoggan, the frustration as well from McCoggan, unable to get it away. The ball coming onto her more quickly, slightly skidding onto her. And an easy catch in the end. But it was swirling around for a long time in the air.
No, she made what can be one of those horrible catches look remarkably easy. Brings the captain to the crease, Georgia Adams. Who is having quite the chat, or Maya Bouchier is certainly giving plenty of advice on what is happening out here at the moment as far as the bowling and the conditions are concerned. Oh, a bit of a waft outside off stump first ball there from Georgia Adams. The slip has come out, but it would have been interesting if she had got a little edge.
We're not quite behind the bowler's arm here, but we can see there is a bit of movement. I think particularly off the pitch as well. You hit that seam, get a bit of bite.
And this is helped round the corner. Clever shot, didn't try and hit the cover off the ball. There is someone down at fine leg, but they should trot down for a couple, which they do. It should just be one more delivery in this Sophie Munro over. And that's flicked again into the leg side, just straying onto leg stump a little. And again they race through for 2. Good running, very good running, because that was a decent throw from Kate Kopak that couldn't stop them taking 2. 4 from the over, but 1 wicket as well. 11 for 1 after 3. And excellent work from Sophie Munro.
Keeping that run rate under control, Essex here, not letting Hampshire get away with anything, keeping it under 4 and over. And it's always the power play that the batters try to dominate and just pierce the ring. It's always a tight ring, so you're only allowed 2 players outside of that ring in the first. Is it 4 overs or 6 overs?
6.
It's 6, isn't it? Yeah, power play is 6 overs. So Kopak to continue. That blonde hair. As well struck out the middle of the bat. And well reached as well.
It was really well reached. Good stop on the boundary, but you go through for a couple. The ball did move a little. It was wide, but did move a little away from the bat as well.
It's a slow old outfield, isn't it, out there? It's pretty damp.
Had quite a lot of rain round here for the last few days.
Well, we all know about that
Finally.
at St John's Wood yesterday.
Oh, yes.
11
of course.
overs were bowled in the end. It's aerial. Well, it wasn't really a chance, just dropped in front of the fielder and unable to stop it there.
Yes, that was hit pretty hard, wasn't it, by Bouchier?
Now, Guy, I have a technical question here with the TV.
Yes.
So this is a little bit behind our TV, but when you go onto online, if you're watching, if our friends are watching online, is that in sort of real time almost? Or is it in sync with this on the screen here? Just so I know.
Yeah, okay.
Well, she's pulled out of her run-up again, Kopak. She's a little trouble with her run-up today. That's a lovely shot. Look at that. That's beaten everything. Got it through the ring, and that has raced away. Sweetly timed there by Basia, just showing off her England pedigree.
Absolutely, and turning into a bit of an expensive over, this for Kate Kopak. How many balls, as I just tried to see how many balls Bouchier's faced? I don't think it's that many so far.
Let's have a look. I don't trust some of these websites I'm looking at. They're a bit behind.
There we go. 5.
A solid forward defence there from Basia. Was it Bouchier? Sorry, isn't it?
It is.
Bouchier, yeah.
So that's, so she's only faced 6 of the 22 deliveries that have been bowled so far.
Well, a healthy over this time for Hampshire, who look to wrestle back a little bit of control here. 8 off it so far for this Kopak over.
10, said he rudely.
Oh, sorry. 10, correct. I'm better at maths than I am. Oh, this is safe. It's in the air. Will it go all the way? We don't quite know because it's right in front of our noses
It
here.
has. It has gone all
And
the
the
way.
umpire tells us it has gone all the way. That's a maximum there. Really got under the ball. Bouchier. A lovely looking shot. And good foot movement too. Celebrated with a bit of pop music every time. Aren't we lucky? I'm not sure. People at home can hear that.
No, exactly. I'm wondering if we might see a slower bowler from this end next time, because at the moment Bouchier seems to be enjoying the.
Oh, there's a delay there at the other end from Adams. Oh, Adams is ball watching a bit. And
She's been hit. Adams has taken that. I think she may have gone if the throw had hit the stumps, but it hit her, not the stumps. But I think she's just getting up now. But yes, rather rearranged this match. That's 17 runs off that over.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a delay from Adams at the non-striker's end, and Bouchier was assertive with the call and ran straight away, and there was a slight delay from Adams which put her into the danger zone.
Well, whizzing round the stands there.
This is making me dizzy. I'm so dizzy. What's that song?
Well, the Wonder Stuff and Vic
Well
Reeves did the cover. I'm trying to remember who did the original.
You are a good guy, Swindles. Popmaster for you and Ken Bruce.
Oh, sad.
32 points, I'd wager for you.
in comes Sophie Munro, and that's just short of a length, and, well, absolutely pummeled. Brilliant timing from Bouchier, who looks as if she's playing a different game from everyone else at the moment. Sophie Munro had barely given a run away, and that really was clipped to the boundary. Great shot. Great timing.
Look at that strike rate now for her. 233 strike rate for Bouchier.
Sophie Munro, that's a nice delivery, but it's been clipped away again, and I think that's 4 more. It beats the fielders. She's just timing everything so well at the moment. Everything's coming off the middle of the bat. Sun's come out.
Well,
and there
she's
was
definitely a woman in form, sorry.
Absolutely, but a little too much width on that occasion from Sophie Munro. Where she's looked really good is when she's peppered the stumps, and that has caused the problems. I think the ball is the ball being checked? I think the umpire is just maybe they got out another one, not thinking they'll get the original one back. Not quite sure what's happening. The umpire is holding on to the ball.
Well, it's clattered into the boundary boards a few times now, hasn't it, in the last couple of overs, but I think the umpire is satisfied that the ball's the right shape.
Indeed, so Sophie Munro, despite being clipped for successive boundaries by Mayor Bouchier, and this time on the stumps, played comfortably enough, but punched straight to the fielder.
Well, Mayor Bouchier scored her first century for Hampshire of 143 to win over Somerset. That was in the One Day Cup. So, and that was soon after the announcement was made that she'd been picked for England, and she played in that New Zealand series. So she celebrated for the century.
Good way to celebrate. And this comes off a thickish outside edge. It'll be 2. But a moral victory for Sophie Munro on this occasion. Not that it matters much when still 10 from the over.
And that run rate now shot up to 8.1. If you think after the first overs, it was just below 4. So
yes, 11 for 1 after 3. Yeah.
Teeth into things now, Hampshire. Well, I think it's more my Bouchier who's getting her teeth into it.
Yes, quite. That's well bowled. They go for a quick single. Oh, it's a poor throw. It's a poor throw from Flo Miller, who's usually has one of the best arms in the Essex side. But that was over the wicketkeeper.
There's almost another run in it there, but Georgia Adams sort of overran the mark, didn't she? And
Well, it
haste
was
to get to the other end.
It was a pretty sharp single.
Yeah.
So 1 ball left of this over. And the attempted Yorker turns into a full toss that is bunted rather inelegantly up to mid-on, but it works. And 12 from that over takes the score up to 40 for 1 after 5. So the run rate up to 8 and over. And I'd be interested to know who is going to bowl this particular over. I think it's Sophia Smale.
Right. Well, we're expecting a change of bowling. I think, Guy, you predicted a bit more slow bowling, possibly. More slower bowling.
Oh, it's Eva Gray. Eva
She's got
Gray.
a right arm medium, isn't she?
Yeah,
That's
it's
her
still
usual.
pretty sharpish.
So she took 2 for 22 against Surrey in the blast in their last game. It was a losing cause, but she didn't do anything wrong, that's for sure. She bowled tidily. In fact, she was part of the Surrey Stars team that won the Kia Super League in 2018.
No, she's bowled very well. There's 8 wickets already in the competition. In the first 4 matches, 3 for 25 against Yorkshire.
Right, here's our change of bowling. No, lovely tight stump-to-stump bowling for her first ball. Eva Gray.
And I think that's exactly what's required at this time. We saw it work so well for Munro in her first over or two.
I think they'd rather be bowling Georgia Adams at the moment as well.
Yes.
Maya Bouchier's in such good touch. That's short. That's a very good take from the wicket keeper there, the Essex wicket keeper.
Yeah, Mara Carr, very sharply down.
Yeah. You get 2 for the wide, don't you, in this competition, I think?
Just the one.
No, just the one. That's rather mean.
Changes all the time.
It's 2.
Changes all the time.
It does change all the time. I just can't keep up. Oh, beautifully played off the back foot. Crisp from Georgia Adams.
That is a lovely, lovely shot. Just waited for it and stroked it through the covers for 4. I'd like to see the replay of that. And
Wow.
That is a super shot. It picks the gap.
Yeah, just rocking onto that back foot. Didn't need to move her feet at all. Just looking to work with the swing there, wasn't she, Georgia Adams? That ball coming into her. Looked pretty high, though, from here.
Yes, the appeal looked more in hope than expectation, I think.
A strangled appeal. Well, 5 off the over so far. Yeah, good decision. Look at that.
Yes.
And a top strike as well. A direct hit. Is that, I can't really see, is that Grucock?
Joe Gardner.
Oh, it's Joe Gardner. 14 on her back for Essex is Joe Gardner. So they were right not to take that single. That would have been suicidal. An agricultural shot there from Adams, but effective all the same.
Yes, all along the ground. Yeah, a bit of a heave, but safely played.
She's been eyeing up that leg side because there's only one fielder on the leg side on the single.
Yes.
There's a deep square leg out there on the ropes in front of the pavilion, the dug-in-sole pavilion.
The dug-in-sole pavilion, indeed. Essex legend.
Didn't he also play for West Ham? Dug-in-sole.
I will check.
I thought you'd know that guy.
Well, yes, I'm quite surprised. I will have to check.
Whoa, there's a big heave-ho there. Getting excited. Maya Bouchier, but she is on song. Didn't manage to make any contact there, but... Okay. 46 for 1 now after 6 overs. So that's the end of the power play here at Chelmsford. Essex having won the toss and elected to field on this rather muggy, cloudy day.
Yes, I was just going to look up dug-in-sole and West Ham.
I don't know why I think that. It's one of those vague things. Having met him a few times in the past, it must have come up in conversation. Right, there is a change of bowling now from the Graham Gooch end. You probably heard the announcement. Sophia Smale has taken the ball.
Yes, a bit of spin. And that is not a bad way to start your spell. End of the power play, as Izzy correctly pointed out, means a few more fielders there to defend, but at the moment this is just very good bowling, and Georgia Adams, you can feel getting frustrated after the first 2 deliveries, which she's tried to hit away. And that's 3 on the trot that have now gone straight back. Don't think he did.
Oh, no, I got that wrong.
So tweaking the field a little at the moment. This time Adams does manage to get the ball away. They think about 2, but there are never 2 there. Decent throw comes in from Joe Gardner. And but tidy stuff so far from Sapphire Smale. Just waits now for Bouchier to be ready. Bouchier takes a big stride, but doesn't take any unnecessary risks and just plays it up to long on for a single. And that's well angled by Georgia Adams. He finds the gap between the two deep fielders so they can trot through for two, but it's still a very decent over. Just the 4 from it in the 7th over.
Yeah, a really good start from Smale, because these two are starting to look pretty settled, and it brings up the 50 as well. 50 for 1 for Hampshire, the visitors. And Bouchier looking dangerous. I think Essex will be extremely keen to nab her scalp as soon as possible here, because she looks like she's got so much time every time she strikes the ball. She's on 29 off 15. Run rate's dipped slightly, but to 7, but looking quite healthy here. The worm is certainly above the earth at the moment, I think.
Doug Insall was a decent footballer. He played for the Corinthian Casuals and played in the 1956 FA Amateur Cup final, which they lost to Bishop Auckland.
Well done. Well, that's a half stop there by Gray, and a brave stop as well, because that was struck firmly.
Anne was going for 4, so she saved 3 runs. I hope her finger's okay. She's giving it a bit of a shake, and I can understand why.
Well, thank you for looking that up.
Pleasure.
So there was some truth in what I said, a half-truth almost.
There was a half-truth, yes.
I think I've seen him at West Ham watching the football, and I've been there once to watch football.
He lived in Chingford and grew up in Walthamstow, so he would be a West Ham fan.
He would be. That's a lovely shot, again off the back foot. It's almost Adams' signature shot, and she rocks back, and it was in her slot. She'll take 2 from it, because the field has spread somewhat, because we're out of the power play. Deep point retrieves it.
Yes, Essex just need to find some wickets from somewhere at the moment. These two are looking pretty comfortable.
Yes, my grandfather played for the Corinthian Casuals.
Did he? Nicely played. When did he play for the Corinthian Casuals?
He probably would have played. So they're sort of the same team, aren't they? The Corinthians and the Corinthian Casuals.
I think
Didn't
so.
they merge, or they changed name at one point? He would have played, I'm guessing, in the 1930s, even the 1920s.
Right, okay.
Firmly struck once more. There's a race now between ball and fielder. It will be cut off. It's pretty greasy out there. Come back for the third. It's very good running. You've got to run that first one hard. You've got a good chance of getting the third run in. And excellent running from Adams and Bouchier there.
Jeff Hurst, who scored the World Cup hat-trick, he played for Essex once, first-class cricket. Bobby Moore was on Essex's books, but never made it into their first team.
Gary Lineker's another very good cricketer.
Yes.
He must have been on the fringes of something.
Yeah, he got into the MCC on the strength of his cricketing ability, didn't he? Something that's unlikely ever to happen to me.
Well, not now, anyway.
No, true.
Well, Well, I'm not sure they're allowed to be ageist at MCC anymore. But in terms of playing members, possibly they are. They never used to be. Right, Gray. 8 off the over for her so far. Just finding the fielder there. Bouchier. A bit of frustration. But at 58 for 1, I think Hampshire are cruising along quite nicely after 8 overs.
Yes, West Ham and cricket do have an Essex connection. I grew up in the village of Thaxted in Essex, and West Ham came out and played a match against the Thaxted Village team once, and the team included Jeff Hurst, Bobby Moore, Martin Peters, Clyde Best. So yeah, it was something else for I think I was about 8. And
but you remember it well.
Oh, it was the best day of my life, yeah.
Did you have
Probably
your
still
autograph
is.
book with you?
Oh, of course.
Of course you did. Have you still got it?
Yep.
You've still got it?
Yep.
Oh, it might be worth a little bit of memorabilia there with those signatures.
Sapphire Smale in again, and that is fetched by Adams, but to the fielder at deep cover, and there will only be one.
There's a marvellous partnership for Hampshire anyway between Adams and Bouchier here.
Yes, what was it, 11 when the...
I think it was 7, I think.
7,
the
you're
wicket
right.
fell, the last wicket fell.
So that's the 50 partnership came up in the last over. Another good piece of fielding, but a good piece of running as well, means they can get 2, if not the boundary. Adams going at a runner ball. Taking the speed off it. That was clever bowling by Sophia Smale. And I have to say, Adams used one of her 9 lives with that shot. She was there much too early. Got a top edge from the sweep that, just for her, went over the wicket-keeper. Very well bowled.
You definitely need a box of tricks when you're a bowler in T20, and Smale certainly has them.
Well, that's a decent looking shot, but absolutely nailed to extra cover, no run for Bouchier. A rare dot ball. Just short of a length and just cramps Bouchier up a bit.
Just feel the frustration building a bit here for Bouchier.
Yes, she's largely been bossing things until Sapphire Smale came into the attack. There's a chance here, but well run. Adams took on the fielder. Lissy McLeod got home. So 6 in the end off that over, but it was a good over.
Yeah, Sophia Smale. Have a look at her figures when they come up. Who will we continue with? Will it be Eva Gray? Or will there be... No, I think there'll be a change of bowling.
I think
Possibly
the skipper
here.
is bringing herself on, isn't she?
Right, so it looks like Scrivens, yes. She's just rearranging her troops. So this is the only song I can identify today.
You recognise Queen, basically.
Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo. We're not quite on the radio today because we're streaming.
Exactly.
All right, Grace Scrivens. Here she is. She picked up quite a few runs in that last game against Surrey. In fact, she batted all the way through the innings. 85 not out in the blast.
In a losing cause, but it was some innings.
She's now the leading run scorer for Essex in this competition. 183 runs, and now she's bowling. Her little twirlers. And that's on the money from Grace Scrivens, who's opening her account with the ball. 64 for 1 here in the 10th over.
Yeah, she 3 for 23 against Lancashire, 2 for 27 against Yorkshire. She's taken wickets this season.
Yeah, they just want to apply a bit of pressure here. And they are applying a bit of a pressure in the last couple of overs here, Essex. Just want to try and pin down these 2 batters and force them to make a mistake. Or tempt them to make a mistake. Whoa, look at that. So Scrivens makes the breakthrough, breaks this partnership up, which is looking dangerous. And it's Adams, who plays and misses. Oh, have a look at the replay, in case she played on, but it looked like a play and a miss. But out for 18 off 19 deliveries. And the skipper has made the difference here in his first 10 overs. 65 for 2 now, Hampshire.
Yes, just watching the... she played down the wrong line, I think. Just watching it again. Came down the wicket, little bit of turn, well bowled.
So that's the end of the skipper, the Hampshire skipper. So that was skipper versus skipper there. That was the Essex skipper who came out tops.
Yes,
Georgia
indeed.
Adams,
Decent
out for
partnership
18.
though, 58 in pretty rapid time. Francesca Sweet coming out to join Maya Bouchier.
So bold. Well, I've got lots to say about Francesca Sweet.
Excellent. I'll let you go and say lots.
Partly because she's an extremely talented real tennis player and rackets player.
Oh, really?
She beat the world champion at rackets. Not in the world championship. She has beaten the world champion, and so she has many feathers to her bow.
And she's also played for 2 teams this year in the same competition as well. Well, one in Division 2, one in Division 1. Saw she played for Leicestershire against the other day.
So, it's going to be runs straight away for Sweet. She's off the mark. Every batter's dream to get off the mark with the first ball. 13 on her back. Not many players choose the number 13, do they?
No, you've got to be quite confident, I always think.
Well, maybe only in England it's an unlucky number. In comes Scrivens again.
I think it's unlucky in other places with British connections, because Australia, the unlucky cricket number is 87, isn't it? And that's because it's 13 less than 100.
That's right, so 13 comes into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's too short and sort of miss-struck there by Sweet, but safe. Didn't she have too much idea where that was going, but nabs a single and also takes the strike as well of the next over. So that's 10 overs gone at 68 for 2. And Essex will be cock-a-hoop that they took the wicket of Georgia Adams, just to break that partnership up, because it was looking very comfortable cruising along with Bouchier earlier. And it was worth 58, I think, wasn't it, Guy?
It was.
The two of them.
But I think when you consider the 5 overs, it was 40 for 1, so just 28 off the next 5. Breaks of some sort have been applied. Are we having another? Kate Kopak is coming back into the attack, but this time from the Graham Gooch end after being a little bit expensive early on. First 2 overs, I think, went for 23. Yeah.
Just going to take it.
And it's a thick edge. Looking to drive on this occasion is Sweet, and gets away with it. Lizzie McLeod keeps them down to just the 1. But that was well bowled by Kate Kopak, looking for the drive, thick outside edge, but safe. Nothing Amara Carr behind the stumps could do to stop that one. Bouchier on strike, just seeing what changes have been made. Just short of a length and punched away. Nice looking shot from Bouchier, but as Izzy said, since the end of the power play, there have been people out patrolling the boundary to keep the runs to a minimum. Just trying to guide that through the vacant slip area. Misses, and this is so far a very decent comeback from Kate Kopak after taking a little bit of punishment, as we mentioned, in her first 2 overs.
It's only 21 years of age, Francesca Sweet. Played for Leicestershire women. She's a new signing for Hampshire.
Yeah, she's played 4 matches for Hampshire this season and 1 for Leicestershire in Division 2. I've noticed quite a few of the Hampshire women going to get a bit of practice in Division 2. Kopak, again, accurate in at the toes of Sweet, who tries it up to mid-on, who makes a decent stop. It's only another single.
Yes, you do see that, don't you? That nipping off and playing in Division 2, and good for them. You know, they get, and it helps to bolster Division 2 as well and keeps it competitive.
And yes, play yourself back into a bit of form. Hopefully. Quick delivery, swung away by Bouchier, but there is someone out at deep mid-wicket who can just keep them down to a single, so all we've had is singles so far in this over. 4 of them.
It's a little bit of inexperience in the Hampshire side as well. They've got quite a young core
Yes.
to the side. You think Francesca Sweet's only 21 and Ella McCoggan 23.
Oh, loopy delivery, attempted slower ball. And it's fetched again out to deep mid-wicket, and only another single, so 5 off the over. Decent effort that from Kate Kopak. 73 for 2 after 11. So the run rate dropping below 7 now. It was 8 earlier on.
That loss of that Georgia Adams wicket usually sort of dampens the tempo a bit, doesn't it, with the bat. But Sweet was certainly off the mark with her first ball and playing with real intent, as you have to be so positive when you're playing T20 cricket. There's no time to hang around or play yourself in. So Scrivens will continue. Nice figures for her, 1 for 4 so far. This will be her second over. That's been slashed away. It's just too short, dragged it down there. Grace Scrivens.
Still beautifully, there were fielders out there for that shot and none of them stood a chance. Terrific timing.
Yeah, Sweet was onto that.
Yeah, it wasn't that wide. Sweet made room for it.
It's a bit tighter from Scrivens.
Decent response, yeah.
There's a lot of hair in her face, Grace Scrivens. Doesn't seem to bother her too much, though. And this is really muscled away, but there are 2 fielders on the boundary there on the leg side. So that has been stopped. That was struck well by Sweet. He's up to 10 already, going at more than run a ball. It's in the air. Oh, it's a little bump ball before it gets to the fielder. It's unlucky there at deep square leg.
I think she just caught it a little bit late as well. Not sure how quickly she picked that up. Is it Sapphire Smale out there? Yes, it is. No, I just think she didn't quite pick up the flight.
Yeah, I think you're right. She, in the end, turned it into a little half volley, which is the hardest thing to stop when you're fielding. She's just withdrawn from her crease there, Bouchier. Maybe there's a little bit of chit-chat in the field. Who knows, but she's certainly distracted by something. It's worked into the leg side. This time off the toes. Manufactured another single there for Bouchier. 13 and 14 out there at the moment. Batting for the Hampshire Hawks. Yeah, there's nobody out there on that boundary over at point, and that has been exploited before by Sweet. Just sort of eyeing it up, really. And there's no armoury out there, and it's another boundary.
Yeah, that was a drag down that final ball. Grace Scrivens will be annoyed with herself for that. 12 in the end coming from that over.
We're looking for 2,700 fans to join us at the Ambassador Cruise Line ground to set a new attendance record for a women's stand-alone match. help their squad, filling the fortress and cheer on the Essex women as they take on the Blaze in the Vitality Blast on Sunday the 28th of June.
Oh, we're going to be here for that on the
We
28th
are.
of June.
So yes, if you're come and break the record here at the Ambassador Cruise Line ground, what a good thing to do. I think of way worse ways to spend a Sunday afternoon as well. Eva Gray now into the attack. It's cut away in some form, but there's a great stop out on the boundary and a decent throw, but can't stop them going through for two. Bouchier moves up to 47. She really has batted well. I'm trying to remember a false shot. Slightly quicker delivery, but Bouchier still manages to find a single. Nicely bowled from Eva Gray.
Well, Essex will be hungry for a win here because the last times they've come face to face with the Hampshire Hawks, they've lost the last three meetings in the T20 Blast.
Yes, they're a bit of a bogey team for Essex, and that's punched on the back foot. Oh, and Grace Scrivens actually puts it past. Oh, that could well be out. No?
Oh, it's close.
That really was close. Suddenly, from nowhere, it was a bit of a comedy of errors. Grace Scrivens managed to punch the ball out of the way of a fellow fielder, who then had to turn and throw. And Eva Gray whipped off the bails, and that looked quite tight. No one seems to be complaining very much, though. Bouchier eyes must have been lighting up as she thought she clipped it away for her half century, but she's picked out backward point. And the very safe hands of Jodie Grucock, so no run. Very good, slightly slower delivery that beats Bouchier. Well bowled again, Eva Gray. A decent over so far. This time the ball is cut away though. They get certainly one, and they'll get the two, and that should be Bouchier's. I know, Sweet was on strike. I got overexcited. End of the over. Bouchier remains on 48. Sweet going nicely on 18. 92 for two. So 7 off the over.
Yeah, 7 off that over. I'm just having a look at the bowlers and seeing who's being the most effective. And certainly Monroe with her 1 for 17 off 3. Economy rate of 5.66 is tight and picking up that wicket. Scrivens went for a bit of tap, didn't she, in her second over, but still managed to pick up that wicket of Georgia Adams, though, but just slightly lost her length.
Well, it looks as if Sophia Smale as Grace Scrivens has taken herself off, but it's going to keep spin on.
Right, this time Bouchier will be facing. Let's see if she can get her half century in this over. Will she make it? Bit of left arm, slow left arm orthodox. That's crisply driven. I'll think about 2, but that's a good arm there. Out towards long off. And they sensibly remain on 1. So Bouchier on 49 now. Sweet facing. That's a good length there from Smales. Floated it up a bit. I always comment that women get through their overs so much more quickly than men. Jogging back to their marks, just getting on with it, being businesslike.
So much of life is like
that's
that.
caught an edge, but there are no slips in there, and it's along the carpet anyway. But they'll come back for 2.
Yes, it wasn't the world's most convincing shot, but 2 runs are always welcome.
We certainly do whiz through these overs. Good over so far for Smale. And left arm around. That's found a top edge again. That third man up on the single, cutting it off.
Good field placing, but again finding a thickish outside edge. She has bowled well in this over.
I'm going to take this. Oh, that's a tricky run to take. She's in, but I mean that was a risky, high risk single there. I think Sweet, feeling a little frustrated, takes the run. It was Boucher, of course, running to the danger end. You don't want to sacrifice Boucher at this point on 49.
No, that
would be very diplomatic.
It was a slightly unnecessary single, he felt, in the general scheme of things.
It's lucky she didn't run her out.
Yeah, quite.
The 21-year-old Sweet, who's actually on 21 as well, might not have been very popular. Whoa, there's a big heave-ho, and that 50 will come up for her unless she's run out. She's not taking that second run. And there was a resounding round of applause for Maya Boucher. 50 off 34 deliveries for her. And we'll have a look at her strike rate in a moment as well, because that's probably quite impressive. It started at around 230, beginning of her innings, and has dropped a bit as Essex looked to grab a little bit more control. But that strike rate around 150 for her. So going along nicely, Boucher, and looking dangerous for Essex.
No, it's been a terrific, terrific innings. I was just trying to see how many 4s and 6s. So,
right, well, here comes Monroe. He's been pretty much the pick of the bowlers for Essex.
But she
so
only
far
has one over left, so this will be her last over.
You're right. And you can see why Scrivens has brought her back, because Boucher is still there.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
She needs to do everything in her power to try and work some magic to remove Boucher here. He's running away with it a bit.
Anyway, it will be Sophie Monroe.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, she nearly does pick up a rather bizarre wicket. Because
well, it was a no ball.
It was so it was too high anyway, so it would be a free hit for Sweet. Yeah, there were 4 4s and a 6 in that 34 ball 50 for Boucher.
Just waiting for the umpire to give the signal for a free hit. Is she going to do it?
Yes,
she is. Here we go.
Yes, here comes the helicopter.
Drawing the circle in the sky. Little twirl.
So Sweet will have the free hit. And it's very well bowled. Amara Carr does throw down the stumps, but after quite a bit of indecision, they had decided not to run. But a terrific response from Sophie Monroe when you're bowling on a free ball to bowl a dot. Took the pace off it and said, hit it if you can.
Well, I think Monroe saw Sweet coming, didn't she? She started moving nice and early in a premeditated ramp and bowled it at her feet.
Yes. Nicely done. Again, looking for that Yorker length. And it's another dot ball. Interesting to see who Grace Scrivens uses in the death overs now. It's a nice looking drive from Sweet. Moved her feet nicely and she's found the gap. It will be 4. Now that is a cracking shot because there were players out in the field to try and stop that. Really nice looking cover drive. Enjoy watching the replay of this. Yeah, misstepped outside leg, took it off middle stump. Really did play it well out through the covers for 4.
100 up as well for Hampshire now.
That is pulled, not altogether. Not one possibly for the stylists amongst you, but 2 runs nonetheless, a single nonetheless. Now Boucher Just eyeing up where the gaps are in the field. Slower ball, and Bouchier helps it round the corner. And that has gone for 4. It's really well placed. Waited for it.
Well, she certainly made room there, didn't she? And again, eyeing up that leg side. You talked about Bouchier eyeing up the leg side because they're huge gaping holes. There's nobody in on the single. And the offside is well peppered with fielders on the single. So that was the place to hit the ball, if at all possible. It's well manufactured by her. Nicely in the gap.
Yeah, it's just waiting for the ball to come back now, because that's the side of the ground that is being less used today. There are no fans there to go and pick the ball up from there. Monroe in again, and again sends down the loopy delivery that Bouchier tries to reach, but she can't actually score a run. So strange hold over that one, but I think 10 came from it in the end. So 5 overs to go, 108 for 2.
It's just hearing the Essex boy racers revving up in the background. I'm sure there are some Essex girl racers as well,
yes,
on the ring road around Chelmsford. The music tends to die them out in T20. It's more the sort of 50 over game that you can hear them going around, or even the county championship.
Definitely.
At the weekend. So Scrivens has brought herself back on. She's still got 2 overs left in the bank of her quota. She got a lot of tap in that last over, 12 off her last over. Here she is again. She's dragged it down a bit. Just finding the fields there, sweet. Oh, is there going to be runs? No, there isn't. And kept it to a dot there, Essex, but only just.
Yes, I could. Everything they did was probably right, because Sweet was backing up a long way, but very near. Bouchier was backing up a long way.
Making room well here, Sweet. Again, finding the fielder.
Yes, same fielder again. She's looking for that cover shot through the covers, isn't she? But she keeps picking out Eva Gray.
It's slower, gets underneath it, will be safe. It's lofted it over the inner ring. It's an easy 2 runs in the end. And there are 3 fielders in front of square on the offside here. It's keeping it tight on the offside. You've got to bowl to your field. Scrivens is doing that so far. Leg side, gaping holes. 2 fielders out on the ropes. That's quicker and it's dragged down. Possibly only 1 run here. Yeah, it's well fielded. She's just going for all her variations, isn't she, Grace Scrivens? So, Bouchier on strike again. Danger woman. That's a good stop. Very good stop there by extra cover. 3 times. Identify the fielder in a moment. Number 10 for Essex.
So
Eva Gray.
Yeah.
It's 3 times now the ball has gone to her in this over, and she's done well. Very high fives, actually, from fellow teammates for her, Eva Gray.
Yeah, Sophia Smale going over to congratulate her quite rightly.
Scrivens twirls in. Got hold of that. Will she dissect the fielders? Bisect them, rather? No. It's very well fielded out there on the ropes. Strong fielders on the ropes on the leg side, because that ball is being pummeled in that direction.
No,
So Monroe finished her 4 overs, 1 for 28 now at 114 for 2.
Yep, Flo Miller, one of the stronger fielders out on the boundary, but Essex will be missing Cordelia Griffin. Of course, poor Cordelia injured and unlikely to play any further part this season. She will be missed both with the bat and in her fielding.
It's very bad luck for poor old Cordelia Griffiths, and frustrating for her for the whole season. She'll be busy doing her rehab, talking to the physio, doing all the right stretches.
Absolutely.
So I think Kopak's coming back, isn't she?
She is.
Into proceedings. We're into the death overs now. These last 4 overs. Kopak, Gray, Smale and Scrivens all have 1 left.
Yep, so I imagine that is exactly how it will play out in some order or other. This is Kate Kopak's final over. None for 28 so far. And that is a brilliant, brilliant reverse. What a shot that is from Bouchier. It's gone the whole way. You feel for a bowler when a batter does that. Delivery wasn't that bad. But she picked it and she absolutely nailed it. Here we go. She's taken that off middle. I really do feel for the bowler when that happens. You haven't bowled a bad ball, it's just brilliant batting.
It's very cocky batting, isn't it? I mean, it's a high-risk shot.
But nailing it for 6, that's some timing. Slightly slower ball. Probably ended up on almost full toss, but it was fetched by Bouchier up to long on. And they get a single.
You've got to keep you cool, haven't you? In the death overs, it's all about your temperament, really, as a bowler. That if you are hit about, that you can just keep you cool and keep going for the jugular, keep nagging away.
That's a quicker ball from Kopak, but she's just lost the radar slightly and it goes down the leg side and is called a wide. But she really did crank that up.
I always think in T20 you have to be quite discerning with wides as an umpire, because batters move their feet so much. And when you go very wide of the leg stump, you can't really call it a wide, can you?
No.
If it goes down the leg side.
And you feel for bowlers when they think the batter's going to, who doesn't, and then you bowled a wide. This is outside off and cuffed away. Timing. Sweet this time. Plays it backward of square. Absolutely nails it, using the extra speed of Kopak against her in many ways. So yes, this probably isn't a match Kate Kopak will look back on in with much joy, I don't think, unless she scores 50 later and wins the game.
Yes, 12 off it so far. 3 balls remaining.
And now there is a run-out chance? No, there isn't. Almost not hitting the ball quite as hard as she has been. Made that single pretty straightforward. Scrivens had a look around and thought, no, it's not worth the risk.
Well, they're now running very well together, Sweet and Bouchier. They probably haven't run much together before, with Sweet being a new member of this team.
Yes, and Bouchier only playing once this season.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's a good delivery from Kopak, good recovery, slightly slower ball. Deceived Bouchier, who was trying to heave it away over mid-wicket for 6. Didn't manage to lay bat on ball. So this should be the last over. Last ball of the over. 127 for 2, so pulled away, just be the one. Decent throw, and that is the end of over number 17.
Guy, with your expertise at this ground, because you covered many T20 games, I'm sure you covered the men's games as well, what do you think is a competitive score? And obviously taking into consideration the conditions and everything. It's all a bit damp, isn't it? But we got three overs to go. They're at around 7 now, aren't they? An over.
I think anything over 150 is a good ask on this pitch, and certainly with Bouchier there, that's very much within striking distance at the moment for these two.
I think that's a good call, 150. Anything north of that has got hold of this. Is there nobody out there? There's nobody out there. Out towards deep mid-wicket. And really finding the gaps well here. Bouchier really getting hold of it as well. There's no stopping her at the moment. Now will Smale reply to this? She's 0 for 19 off her 3.1 overs so far. These bowlers have just got to keep calm here. Both these batters sing it so well.
Absolutely.
Great partnership between them as well. Slow left arm orthodox. It's probably the right call. A bit of spin. And that's well bowled. That was floated just above the eye line there. Bouchier just unable to get it away. I think we're going to see a lot of variations here. little bit shorter. She's gone under it. Should be out here. It's not. It's not going to be. Just bisecting those two fielders long on and long off. It was in the air a long time. Gets away with it there. Hit it very, very straight. So 2 more. Sweet on 34 now. Certainly finding the gaps here, these two. There's a lot of manipulation going on. Yeah, because the wicket fell at 65, didn't it? And now 134 for 2. So this is a mammoth partnership here from these two. Well oiled together. Wow, that's the top edge. That's got to be out. Oh, this is it's just so lucky here.
How isn't that out?
Why wasn't that out? I mean, it sort of plopped into no man's land between all the fielders, but
I don't
rather
think,
surprising.
Yeah, I don't think Eva Gray and Amara Carr pulled back because they thought they were going to collide. I think it just genuinely fell between them.
I think it
How
did.
frustrating.
Yeah. Very lucky for Bouchier there. Oh, there's a call. And she's been given. She has. So that's the end of sweep. But what a great innings from her. 35 off 29. Just looking to play across the line. Thuds into the pads. And the umpire there didn't have to think too hard about that one at 135 for 2. That breaks up that partnership. Oh, that's the end of the 18th over as well. Let's have a look at this replay. It goes for the reverse sweep, and it looks pretty out to me.
That's pretty out,
Caught in
yes.
the crease as well,
Yeah.
using the depth of the crease.
Yep.
So that wasn't a difficult decision for the umpire.
Well, that was a very rapid 70 those two put on.
Oh, that third wicket partnership, very valuable here for Hampshire. With the youth of Sweet and her sort of carefree, almost carefree attitude in the way that she bats, but really sweetly timing it and finding the middle of the bat. But what a partnership.
Indeed. Yes. Terrific partnership.
So LBW out to Smale.
And Nancy Harmon has been...
Harmon at the other end. Harmon is known for her strike rate, isn't she? She's had pretty high strike rates in the past. We'll look that up in a moment.
That is a remarkable shot. Again, it wasn't that bad a ball from Eva Gray, but it's been reverse swept off a decent length for 4 by Bouchier, who is, well, literally unveiling every kind of shot in the book at the moment, and Essex are getting increasingly frustrated. No, Nancy Harmon's strike rate is 101 in T20s.
And apparently it's the highest in the blast so far. So she's a danger woman. 43 versus Surrey in that tie. Second
yes.
of their ties, of course.
So
for Hampshire.
the strike rate for this season is higher, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
it is pretty high. She's in the Royal Navy Reserves as well. She's an officer.
Bouchier this time happy to just punch it up to long off, and they go through for a single. Eva Gray's final over. That is a good fact. I'd missed that.
Well, you've got plenty of great facts, shining facts from Guy. You've got more than I have, that's for sure.
No, but that one was a good one. And that's flicked away nicely by Harmon, who's immediately timing it. She's obviously in decent nick, but straight to the fielder at fine leg, and so there'll only be the one. So Bouchier back on strike.
Nancy's such a great name. Makes me think of Oliver Twist.
Oh, yes.
And also,
yes.
I've got a best friend called Nancy as well. She's American. It's got an American name, Nancy.
It is quite
Yeah.
an American name, yes. Slower ball fetched by Bouchier up to long on again. At the moment, Eva Gray, apart from that reverse off the first ball, has done pretty well to keep them to singles since. This is swung away again.
It's interesting footwork there from Nancy Harman. She started stepping into the depth of her crease before the bowler was the ball was released. So she certainly got a game plan there. Probably trying to put the bowler off to some extent as well. Batters often have dancing feet in T20.
Yes, absolutely right. Well, it's going pretty well at the moment, so it's just straight to short third, but they run it so well. Harman just decided to go immediately. That is terrific work. So 144 for 3 at the end of the 19th.
Yes, that was well played by Bouchier, wasn't it? Because it was Yorker length. It's always quite hard to score for Yorker as well, and well placed by her. So Scrivens to bowl this last over. The skipper is stepping up here.
A tough over to bowl. There's one very well set batter and another big hitter. 144. They know they've got their work cut out. Essex, if they're to chase down whatever total occurs at the end of this over.
Right, that is walloped away there by Bouchier. They're going to come back for 2, take on the arm of the fielder, and they certainly win the race. And in a puff of dust down there at Chelmsford. So 2 more to Hampshire.
Yeah, she's swift between the wickets as well. You can see why Harman got promoted.
Maybe it's all that naval training.
Absolutely.
Fit to be in the reserves. Oh, there's a reverse. Wow, that's come out the middle. Is it going to go all the way? It's a long boundary. I think it's going to be a couple of bounces before it goes over the rope. But
what
the audacity of it. The audacity.
I know, but
It's a beautiful shot.
she's played, 3 or 4 now, and every single one has been middled. Every single one. It's been extraordinary batting.
And it's not an easy shot either, is it?
No.
Look at that. It's all in reverse to your natural instincts. But to her, it will be a natural instinct now because that'll have been rehearsed and practiced hundreds of times. And Bouchier has pulled that off with absolute aplomb.
Well,
She's on 85 now, and that 150 is up.
It is, as we were talking about. How many balls have we got? 3 balls left as well.
Yeah.
With
Well, actually 4, I think. Yeah, 4 balls left. We've had
4
6
balls
off the
left,
over so
yeah.
far. She's going to come around the wicket. Interesting from Grace Scrivens, and looking to reverse pull this time. And they're going to go for a second. There's an overthrow. Bouchier's
sloppy.
back. You can see the panic slightly setting in here for Essex, and yes, getting a little bit sloppy.
And often happens, though, doesn't it, at the death when you're just desperate to get the batter out at this stage.
Around the wicket again from Scrivens. Has she been stumped? She should have been. Yes, she has. That was clever bowling from Scrivens there, just luring Bouchier out of her crease, reaching for the ball. She drags it in a bit shorter and slower. But Bouchier out for 87. It's lucky she's not Australian because that is the unlucky number for the Australians, 13 short of 100. But wow, 87 off 55 deliveries, and there were some really audacious, brave shots in there. And boy, did she find the meat of the bat there, Guy Swindle.
Yeah, that was just. That's one of those innings you can say is a pleasure to have actually been there to witness. It was superb. But well done, Grace Scrivens. Quite rightly, there is some major applause going on for the departing Bouchier after that innings. Just watching the delivery that did for her again there. She's so frustrated. The other great thing about it, as far as Essex are concerned, is it's a dot ball.
Yes, gold dust.
Yeah.
They'll be soaking that up. So 2 balls left now. 19.4 overs gone. Bouchier out for 87 off 55.
Indeed.
Scrivens will finish off. She's dragged it down a bit. There will be a run in it here for Southby. Will there be 2? No, just 1. Kept it to 1. Southby being the new batter. Pretty sure she's the wicketkeeper for Hampshire, Southby.
Yes, she has the cross next
She
to her.
does. It's almost like the Maltese cross, isn't it? 153 for 4 now. Last ball of this innings. Oh, what a sneaky little inside edge from, is it Harman? I think it was Harman's bat. and she's come back for the second. Gets away with it. And so they finish on 155 for 4, Hampshire. You'd think that's a pretty good rate to go at.
Yeah.
7.75, almost 8 and over. In these conditions where it's muggy, the outfield's a bit greasy and slow, it's a very green pitch, the ball's moving around. We've seen that since the beginning of this innings. And it feels like it's a decent competitive score that Hampshire have posted there.
It does. Southby running off to make sure she can get ready to keep wicket. Harman rather more sedately taking her time as the Essex team all just have a little congratulation for each other, but they're going to have to bat well if they're to pick up a 4th victory of this T20 Blast campaign. It really has been a pretty decent effort led by Maya Bouchier with that magnificent 87. So we will be back before too much longer, as we don't have to hang around too much usually, but there is the match summary. And Hampshire Hawks rack up 155 for 4 in their innings. Join Izzy and myself to see whether Essex can get the 156 they need to win. And remember, they won the toss and put Hampshire in, so the batting had better be good. All set for a terrific second half for this then, and Izzy and myself will be back in 10 minutes or so. Well, welcome back. The Hampshire Hawks are ready, well, nearly ready. Grace Scrivens and Lissy McLeod are ready to get going for Essex as well, as they look to chase down the 156 here at the Ambassador Cruise Line ground. So the first over will be bowled by Bex Tyson from the Sir Alistair Cook end. Grace Scrivens, fresh from that 85 not out last time. Not trying to hit explode into life immediately, just plays that comfortably out into the covers. As Hampshire had a slowish start, 7 off the first 2 overs before they got going. And that's a really good shot from Grace Scrivens, but a terrific stop by the bowler. As I think Grace Scrivens had already sort of marked the 4 next to her name for that shot, and the bowler did superbly to stop it. It was a really good straight drive.
That really was dancing feet, wasn't it, from Scrivens? 2 very assertive shuffles up the pitch there. And yeah, I think the bowler did well to get her fingers to it.
Well, it was only a couple of days ago, wasn't it? The Surrey match, so she'll still be seeing it pretty well, I imagine. Tyson coming left arm round the wicket to the right-hander. Lissy McLeod, who just punches it up to Bouchier at mid-on, and they can drop through for another single.
So am I right in saying that Grace Scrivens would normally open with Cordelia Griffith?
Quite, yes.
And we know that Cordelia, of course, is injured and out for the season, so this is a new dance partner, Alice McLeod, as far as opening is concerned. Anyway.
Indeed. And that is, again, good use of the feet from Grace Scrivens, pulled away. But despite this being in the power play, Hampshire have gone for 2 players out of the circle deep on the leg side, so it'll only be a single. Lissy McLeod certainly be in the team anyway, but whether she'll be opening, and this is launched into the air, but is just short of Bouchier. And there must have been a heart in the mouth moment a little bit there for Lissy McLeod, but she gets away with it.
Yes, Lissy's a sort of nickname, isn't it? And she's called Alice. I'm sure she was probably...
Well, she was christened Alice, but she's only ever called Lissy.
Yeah, she's only ever called Lissy.
It confuses Cricinfo when you...
I bet.
But not the Cricket Archive, which understands her as Lissy, as that is punched away. So decent first over, just the 4 singles from it. Lissy McLeod's got a couple of half centuries in this competition this season against Warwickshire in the first match, 59 and 54 not out at Lancashire. So in some pretty decent form.
Yes, and at 31 years old, she's almost 10 years older than Grace Scrivens at the other end.
I know, seems to have been skipper forever.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Opening the bowling for the Graham Gooch end for Hampshire this afternoon is number 11, Naomi Datani.
Yes, Naomi Datani, who I knew when she played at Middlesex. She used to come and talk to us at women's panels on cricket and things in the long room. She was always very articulate and very presentable and knows her stuff. So Naomi Datani. She'll be left arm, medium fast. That should go down for 4. It will. It's helped on its way, a little bit loose. Allow her a loosener, Naomi Datani.
Yes.
She's only just arrived. She's 32 years old. Again, will have plenty of experience. Well, she scored 31 and took 2 for 24 versus Essex on the 26th of May in the Blast, so I think Essex will remember that quite well.
Yes, quite.
In the old recent memory banks. So 8 for no loss.
Yes, 2/3 for wicket so far have come against Essex in the competition this year.
Really bending her back this time. Naomi Datani going for a little bit of extra pace and bounce. She was struck for 4 though of the first ball of the over, which always releases a little bit of pressure for the batters for the rest of the over. Quite a good start as well, Essex, 4 off the first over. In fact, better than Hampshire's start. They only scored a single, didn't they, off their first over?
It's what they did afterwards, though, isn't it?
They made up for it. That should be a wide.
Yeah, turned into 2 as well. Grace Scrivens spotting that the keeper hadn't managed to cling on to it. Rihanna Southby.
So still 4 balls left of this over. Titani just strutting back to her mark there. The Graham Gooch end. Guy and I have changed ends, which adds to the variety of the day.
Absolutely.
For commentary purposes. Right, left arm versus a left-handed batter. Whoa, that has beaten almost everything. I think that's come off a little bit of pad or something. Let's see what the umpire signals. Oh, it's gone. A little bit of bat, I think.
A little bit of bat inside edge.
We heard something, didn't we?
We did.
We heard a little snick.
Seeing if there's a...
I thought maybe it was pad, but it was bat.
Here we go, here's the replay. Yes, a little inside edge. Well bowled.
Gets a little tickle on that. The moral victory, of course, goes to the bowler, but it's still 4 runs in the book.
Yeah, exactly. Moral victories and moral victories, aren't they?
That's good bowling from Datani there. Cramping up Scrivens. She still manages to scrape a single out of it, but didn't look comfortable anyway. That ball coming back in. It's a new ball, of course, in this innings, and it is moving around a bit.
Yeah, it's good delivery, but good running too, because Lissy McLeod spotted that Grace Scrivens had just played it into a gap, however involuntarily, and there was one there.
Oh, that's well driven and very well stopped by Datani. She was on that quickly, especially on the follow-through as a quicker bowler. It's not always easy fielding when somebody does blast it back at you like that. And McLeod looking strong, the right-hander. She's statuesque out there.
Yeah, but as we said, a couple of 50s already in the competition this season. She's pretty good nick.
He's playing that under her nose there. And playing in the crease as well, so allowing the ball to swing around a bit. So 15 for no loss after 2 overs. Still a good start for Essex. They haven't lost a wicket when they're keeping up with the run rate anyway, because the run rate required is around 8. They're going at about 7.5, so it's early days.
Absolutely. Well, Bex Tyson to continue from the Sir Alistair Cook end. Deep conversation going on between Grace Scrivens and Lissy McLeod. Does use her feet well, Grace Scrivens. She can only plant that up to mid-on for a single. Georgia Adams fairly deep, so there's always one there. But so far, Tyson has only given away singles, 5 of them so far. And that will be a third dot ball. Naomi Datani in quickly to field. Big thick edge as she launched the bat at that one. They'll trot back for 2. Might have thought on another day that would run all the way, but it slowed up on the outfield.
Yeah, there's something about slow left-arm bowlers, isn't there? They're very in vogue. When you look at the England team in the squad,
Yes.
they've got 3 of them in there.
That's helped round the corner this time by Lissy McLeod, and she'll pick up another couple. So this is steady stuff from the Essex women so far. Looking for that solid base to launch the attack on the 156 they need. And steps outside leg stump. The ball is outside off and she can't quite reach it. So just 5 from the over, 1 ball left. Tidy stuff once again from Bex Tyson. And again stepping outside leg, Tyson seeing her and follows her. Well bowled.
I'm wondering if Bex Tyson's hero is Sophie Ecclestone, because she looks a bit like Sophie Ecclestone. I mean, from a distance anyway, because we're quite far away from the middle of the ground, but she's got the same sort of hair and ponytail. Probably not as tall as Sophie Ecclestone.
But no, she's...
Great height, Sophie Ecclestone.
Yes, that which always helps. But no, she's bowled very nicely indeed.
The Hampshire from the Grand Group changing into the attack number 1, Georgia Adams.
So just the 1 over for Naomi Detoni.
I don't mind that actually in T20 when
No.
they juggle the bowlers around when the skipper does it. Sometimes it unsettles the batters as well because they're just left unsure as to what's happening next. So bringing herself on, the skipper. And she's had a pretty good season with the ball as well. Bowling her tweakers. Georgia Adams, she took 3 for 24 versus Somerset in the blast.
Yeah.
Tidy figures.
7 wickets at 14.5. Yeah, it's pretty handy.
She's coming around the wicket to the left-hander, and there she has been stumped. Again, clever piece of bowling and very quick hands there from the wicket-keeper as well. The umpire put the finger up, pretty sharpish. So that's the end of Grace Scrivens, who's well and truly hook, line and sinker there. Lured out of her crease. Scrivens out for 8. That's the first wicket to go for Essex. Skipper back in the hutch now.
Yeah, a good change of bowling, wasn't it? But she's looked to charge the spinners, Grace Scrivens, but she never looked like getting to that one. And we're just watching another replay. Yeah, she was more in hope than expectation that she went after that one.
Couple of strides there up the pitch, and just a, I don't know, bad selection of shot play there. Wasn't the right shot to play to that ball. A little bit too short for it. So Adams picks up a wicket pretty smartly there. Just brought herself back on with her second ball. It's Liberty Heap, another great name, Liberty Heap. I think Liberty Heap's come from Lancashire, hasn't she?
She did.
You would
yes,
know that.
Absolutely right.
So Adams will continue. Rolls the wrists over that. Liberty Heap, unable to get it away.
Yeah, England under-19s, Manchester Originals, born in Burnley, like Jimmy Anderson. Sorry, Sir James.
I think that's come off a little bit of pad possibly here. But they have gone for a run. There was almost an enormous mix-up here, and a near-miss collision as well.
Yes, they somehow get 1 run out of it. That's the first run off this over, and was it a leg by in the end? Or?
I think so. Well, Liberty Heap's still on naught.
Yes.
So I didn't see what the umpire... Yes, it's a leg by. Thrashed away there by McLeod. Whenever a wicket falls, there's always a little bit of scurrying around. And certainly things quieten down a bit as these two sort of get to know each other, really. Oh, that's a top edge. Has it gone? Yes, it has. It's gone straight into the hands of the fielder there at mid-wicket, who was on the one. It's a leading edge. I'm sure we'll get a replay in a moment. So that's Heap, isn't it?
Yes, so 2 wickets for 1 run in that over from...
So Heap didn't last long there. Heap out for naught. Looking a little skittish out there.
Here we go with the replay. Yeah, she just
That leading
checked the
edge.
shot, didn't she? And it turned into a leading edge.
That was an easy catch in the end, wasn't it? Absolute bread and butter. She's a goner. Looking to play with the spin, but just not seeing it well there.
Don't think was it Sweet who took the catch? I don't think she'll ever have an easier catch than that.
Let's have a look. Oh, the screen at the top has gone off. I may have to go and switch it on again in a moment, or perhaps it's the remote control that does it.
Oh, you carry on. Oh, it's me. I'll go sort it out after
That's
this.
all right. So Georgia Adams are very much on song.
And I think, understandably, they're going to continue with spin at both ends, and a bit of a cry of frustration on that Lizzie McLeod there that she didn't time that. And Bex Tyson, third successive over. Does get a single on this occasion, which will bring Jodie Grucock on to face her first delivery. Gets herself ready. Over the wicket. Jodie Grucock, understandably looking just to rebuild for a little bit before she gets going. Scored a 57 not out in the defeat in Hampshire, so knows these bowlers pretty well and how to play against them. Nice shot for nothing. But suddenly, life is getting quite complicated as far as Essex are concerned.
They're being stifled here, almost suffocated.
Grucock is off the mark with that as she just clips it out into the leg side for a single, but that was another very, very tidy over.
Yeah, now I'd imagine that Adams keep herself on.
Well, after taking 2 for 1 in her
She
first
should
over,
do,
she might do.
Tatani is standing with the ball. No, it looks like Adams will keep herself on, and so she should. I mean, look at those figures, 2 for 1 off that 1 over that she's bowled so far.
I
That's
know,
pretty
ludicrous,
tidy.
isn't it? At the same point, of course, 40 for 1 Hampshire, so runs and wickets behind at the moment.
And you were right, the catch was taken by Sweet when Heap was out. Our real tennis player. Just finding the fielders at the moment. Grucock, the new bat out there for Essex. Guy's going to go off and sort out all the technical problems that we have. Switch on a screen or two, which actually shouldn't be too technical. Probably the on and off switch. It's almost Yorker length there from Georgia Adams. Really nice variations from her. If he can find the remote control. Oh, he has found it. Well done. We like to have our screens around us. It's a bit like having a fruit machine, all these different screens, and gets hold of that. Just one bounce to the fielder at square leg. And the fielder's very well placed, just inside the power play still, so there are only 2 fielders outside of the ring. And Essex just having to rebuild a bit here. And they went bang bang at the top. Scrivens and Heap already back in the pavilion, in the dug-in cell pavilion. Actually, they're not in the dug-in cell pavilion, the players. They're probably somewhere else.
No, I think they are.
Oh, they? Okay. It's a little bit shorter this time. Beautifully fielded. Oh, there's just leaked through the fielder, so they will take a single. Looks like that was Datani out there.
It did. It looks as if she'd stopped it and then suddenly the ball had crept underneath.
It was struck hard. Sun is coming out. It's actually a very pleasant afternoon. The blue sky is appearing, and it just feels like batting weather all of a sudden.
Well, Essex could do with some batting weather.
It's not reflected in the innings at the moment.
At the moment.
But again,
moment.
it's early, isn't it? So 26 for 2. Grucock left-handed. In the air momentarily, but there's a big gap there on the leg side, so it's safe. Scuttling through for another single, dealing in singles at the moment. 3 runs off this over so far as Georgia Adams keeping things really tight here, tightening the screws on Essex. Oh dear, that's gone up and looped up straight into the hands of Naomi Datani, and that's another wicket for Georgia Adams. A 3 for her so far. In fact, 3 for 3 are her rather symmetrical looking figures. And that is the end of McLeod.
Who batted pretty nicely up until then, but...
So 13 off 16 deliveries for McLeod. And caught by Datani. And bowled by Adams. That's 3 in a row there from Adams. Scrivens, Heap and McLeod now. All back in the hutch. So 6 overs have gone. That's the end of that power play.
And Joe
Score,
Gardner.
27-3.
Joe Gardner ahead of Flo Miller. And Joe Gardner, who was scoring runs for fun, huge innings in the 50-over game, has struggled a little in this T20 Blast so far. The highest score is 8 against Surrey last time out. 7, 1, 3 and 8 her 4 innings.
Okay.
But, as I say, she gets in. She is some batter, as we saw in the 50-over game earlier in the season.
Right, we have the overseas player.
Oh, yes.
Amanda Jade Wellington of Australia. Leggies.
Yeah, typical Australian, isn't it? Take the name of the New Zealand capital in your... Nice looking shot.
Oh, she's been picking up wickets as well, hasn't she?
She
for
has.
Hampshire. 3 for 25.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has. She's just tweaking the field a little. Yes, because that, of course, the end of the power play, so she can put a few more fielders a little further back. Just ramp up the pressure even more on... gives it plenty of air, and in the end it can only be played defensively by Joe Gardner. She's proving very difficult to get away so far. Again, runs back to a mark. 1 test, 14 ODIs and 8 T20s for a country. That is punched out into the covers, and they will be able to take 1 run on this occasion. Taken 10 wickets in those 8 T20 internationals at an average of 11, with best bowling of 4 for 16 and an economy of 5.2, so a pretty decent bowler to be able to bring in at this stage in proceedings. And it's a decent shot. It will only be 1. And that is the end of the over, and another very tidy one. Just 3 from it. So after 7 overs, the run rate is 4.3. The required run rate is only a fraction under 10. So... and Duran thrown into the mix.
This is where you see a worm that's underground at the moment, don't you?
Yeah.
As far as
Yes.
Essex is concerned. Yeah, when you get those graphics, they come up sometimes, don't they, in sort of international cricket?
Indeed.
You see the worms.
Well, you see the worms occasionally.
Oh, do we?
Occasionally.
Yeah, you get a worm. I'm calling for the worm out there. The worm needs to turn for Essex. Adams. She's going to continue, unsurprisingly. Left arm around. Going to left-handed Grucock. Yeah, it's all a little bit quiet out there for Essex. They're picking up singles here and there, but it's just not enough at the moment. They've got a bit of work to do. We're out of the power play now, so there are more fielders outside of the ring. It's more of a spread field.
Sun didn't last long either, did it? The cloud cover has come over again now.
I was getting excited about the sun
I
earlier.
know, but it's not going to rain.
I'm not wearing any suntan lotion. I forgot to put it on, but I think I'll survive.
Okay.
I've got my cap on. Adams. It's a quick single. In the end, a safe single. Pressure on Essex here. Will they do something rash to try and get themselves out of trouble? At 32 for 3. That's after 6 overs. Hampshire were 46 for 1 and Essex 27 for 3. So lagging a bit here. Nicely driven, but just finding the fielder.
Yes, there's been a story recently of the Essex batting. Good bowling again, though, from Georgia Adams.
Very controlled from Georgia Adams, and yeah, again finding the fielder. I mean, it's a good-looking shot from Grucock, but at the moment, just needs to eye up the gaps, find the gaps. Running quite wide of the crease there. Nice foot movement there from a little shuffle from Grucock. Played quite coolly into the leg side. So 3 off the over and 1 more ball to come.
She hasn't taken a wicket yet in this over.
It's all...
It's
Yes, I
going
suppose
on.
that's what I mean by quiet. No fireworks, no wickets. 33 for 3. That's good. Played with the spin. From Garner, they're going to push for 2. Oh, is it going to be a run out?
Oh,
I
should have been.
I think if that had been taken cleanly by Georgia Adams, that could well have been a tight one there.
I'm so surprised they looked at each other for that second run, and then I thought, well, it's not there. And no, I think if Georgia Adams had caught that ball, it would have been the end of Jodie Grucock.
Yeah. Jodie Grucock, I think you talked about her earlier, didn't you, Guy? I mean, 120 not out versus Somerset in that one-day cup.
Yep. Several other big innings as well.
Yeah. And she had the international call-up, didn't she? In New Zealand ODI series.
Yes, she did.
Very impressive from Grucock, and she's certainly a danger. Hampshire will want to remove her pronto.
And that isn't quite where Grucock meant it to go, but she gets away with it. It went straight enough over the bowler and not to trouble any fielders in the deep. She does give it nice air. Amanda Jade Wellington, unafraid to give a bit of loop. Goes for another single though. Oh, and there's an inside edge. Lovely bowling again. But she'll pick up a couple. Don't know too much about it, Jodie Grucock, but she did pick up a couple.
It's a canny signing, isn't it, for Wellington,
Yes.
to sign up Wellington, banking on the fact she wouldn't be picked for the World Cup T20 squad for Australia.
Which, looking at her figures, is slightly odd, but they've got so many good players to choose from. That's swung away, that's a decent shot. May even get to the boundary. It does. We haven't had one of those to celebrate for a while as far as Essex are concerned, but just a little too short, and she was on it very, very quickly indeed, Jodie Grucock. Played that late. Good shot. Just the one. Nine off the over. A much better one as far as Essex are concerned. Oh, the turn. That's such a good ball. And poor Joe Gardner didn't know whether to be hung for a sheep or a lamb there. Do I go forward? Do I go back? I think she'd have been beaten either which way, but she survives, and that's the important thing. 9 from the over, 44 for 3 after 9.
Oh, that's very bouncy leg spin, isn't it, from Amanda Jade Wellington? She is. There's a figure here. She's the second highest wicket taker in the women's 100 history with 52 wickets.
There you go.
She's wily and experienced and in great control of what she's doing. It's almost the hardest type of bowling to control as well, isn't it? Leg spin bowling.
Absolutely.
Right, here's Tulloch, change of bowling from that Graham Gooch end. Poppy Tulloch.
Georgie Adams keeping 1 over of herself back, and I can understand that.
Keep it in the bank. Poppy Tulloch's only 20. She bowls right arm medium. Right arm around. She certainly storms in. Yeah, she rose through the pathway at Berkshire and was in the Vipers Academy in 23-24. Let's see what she can do, Poppy Tulloch.
Yeah, she's gone off and played a couple of matches for Sussex in the second division this season.
Oh, she's... I don't know if we're coming down the hill from that end. I can't quite work it out, but she's not sure about her footing here with her run-up, so we'll have to start again. Go back to go.
Well, always be sure you don't want to bowl an unnecessary no ball. 2 for 38 against Durham, best figures this season.
Oh dear, she's still pulling out here. To make sure she's got the right marker. I think her captain's going to have a little word with her.
I think Graham Gooch is just getting in her mind a bit. That's the Graham Gooch end, just to...
Do you think she's bowling at Graham Gooch?
He's just putting her off a bit, try and get Essex back into this one.
Oh, that's better. A little bit more rhythm now from the bowler Tulloch. There will be a single, gaping holes on the leg side. He thought about the second there, but settled with the single. Well, we've got this right-hand, left-hand combination, so the fielders are kept busy, aren't they?
And that also might be explaining why Poppy Tulloch, who's going round the wicket and over the wicket, is just struggling a little.
Ooh, heave-ho. The Yahoo has come out, but the no-contact Yahoo.
Yeah, exactly. Not even the big, thick outside edge flying over the keeper for 4, which would have been handy for Essex.
Yeah, that was the kitchen sink and the microwave and the toaster thrown at that one. Lovely crisp shot just for 1.
Yes, with those long ons and long offs there, you probably don't quite get what you deserve for a shot like that, but too close to the fielders.
Well, it's really good field placing, isn't it, from Georgia Adams. She's allowed 3 fielders outside of the ring on the ropes, and she's got them at the moment in exactly the right place. Coming back over the wicket. Finding the fielder again.
Yeah, it was uppish as well, wasn't it? You can see these two both looking to attack, but can't find the gaps.
Yeah, just 3 off the over. Again, dealing in singles here. Tulloch having a good start. It's her first over. Oh, that's interesting ball, that one. That came out the back of the hand, didn't it? It's a slower ball. Don't think it was quite spotted there by Gardner. And only 3 off that over. That's a mighty fine over from the 20-year-old Tulloch. A good start for her, not showing any nerves. And a bit of rhythm. Once she sorted out her run-up, a bit of rhythm.
Yes, absolutely. And now, well, that's halfway through the innings. 47 for 3. At the same stage, Hampshire Hawks was 68 for 1. But what it means in real terms is they need 109 off 10 overs, so it's effectively the run rate is 11 and over, and that is some ask. And it's Naomi Ditani who's coming back into the attack, switching ends though for her. She bowled from the Graham Gooch end, a 1 over so far, which went for 11. Now she's at the Sir Alistair Cook end, left arm over the wicket, and that's slightly leg side and pulled away. It'll still only be a single. I think possibly Jodie Grucock will be disappointed to have missed out a little on that. It was dragged down a bit on the leg side, but no run. Naomi Ditani just has a little word with the skip. Just has a little look around as well to see who is where. Now she is ready to bowl. And that's a great stop at backward point. If it was through the fielder, it would have been almost certainly racing away to the boundary. But it was a good stop and just the single. That is fetched powerfully, but again it'll only be 1. Fielders in the right places. Ditani. It's a quick single, but it's well judged. And then there's a slight misfield by the bowler, but the wicketkeeper whizzes around and makes sure that nothing untoward occurs. Rihanna Southby, again, just singles. 4 of them. Smashed away into the leg side, but again it will only be the 1. Was it the film Highlander where there can be only 1?
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery doing.
A lot of kilts involved.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah, drafty.
But at least it was the right accent for Sean Connery, not for Christopher Lambert.
No.
And that just strays down the leg side, and after 5 successive singles, that is a welcome boundary. And Joe Gardner was very quick on that, and 9 in the end come from that over. And 56 for 3 now, but still 100 needed exactly off 9 overs.
Yes, a little light relief there for Essex with that boundary, and a crowd rippling, or rather a bit of a hooray rippling across the crowd here.
I think that was relief, because they'd struggled again that over and just lifted the mood slightly.
So exactly 100 to win now off 54 balls for Essex. Still got quite a bit of work to do. And Tulloch will continue in her bustling way around the wicket to that left hand. It's a nice looking shot. It should come back for 2 here.
Still good work on the boundary though, isn't it, to keep them down to 2 after they managed to actually beat finally the ring of fielders saving the second.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on, aren't they, these fielders? It's hard work getting runs here for Essex. Well, slight misfield there. Backward point. Gives them the single anyway. Instead of finding the fielder, they get the single.
Yes, and because they thought the fielder was going to stop it, they didn't start for the first single because it could well have been 2 in the end. But
and that was Abby Norgrove, wasn't it?
Yeah, she gets away.
We've mentioned her yet, apart from the team lineup.
Poor Abby. No, I don't think we have, because she was due to come in at 7 and
did not bat.
People jumped in ahead of her, like Nancy Harmon. Yes, DNB.
That was Yorker length there.
It's a really
flick.
Really well run.
Yes, that was well spotted from the non-striker's end to take that single.
Yeah, Grucock spotting that it was dribbling towards Bex Tyson, and they had time to go through for one.
Right, more ponytails from the Gooch end here with a swish. Doesn't really time that. Just got to try and catch up that run rate a bit. There's always that gap, isn't there? That yawning gap between the actual run rate and the required run rate. You just need to narrow that gap here. Another quick single. Ooh, direct hit. Could have been a little bit iffy there. Had to hurry.
Yeah, I think just probably in, but it didn't matter in the end. But that's what they've got to do. If there are any sort of runs around, they have to try and get them at the moment. There's been another very tidy over from Tulloch, considering the pressure she's under. Was it just 5 runs from it so far?
And the run rate now just tipping over 5 for the first time, so it's creeping up. Oh, more singles here.
That's well bowled.
Will be the last ball of the over. So 6 off the over. I'm going to run a ball in that over, but they just need more boundaries, really, just to release some of that pressure and try and get back into the game again for a realistic win. 94 required now, or 48.
Yeah, that's a massive, massive ask. Well, Naomi Ditani to continue. And at the moment, 20 of the 62 runs have come off her 2 overs, so I'll be hoping that they can keep something like that going for this, her third. She'll start by bowling round the wicket to the right-handed Joe Gardner. Gardner doesn't quite time it, and it goes down to Bouchier, and there'll only be a single. Swung away, all the way for 4. A little bit short, turned into leg side, and that was a good shot from Grucock. Just need to find some other bowler they can score runs against at the moment. Poor Naomi Ditani is coming in for whatever punishment that Essex can mete out at the moment. The sun's come out. Oh, this should and could be out. No, it just dropped short of the fielder. Lucky Poppy Tulloch. Very nearly got there. But Grucock survives and gets through for a single. Frustrating for Naomi Ditani.
Yeah, out of all the bowlers, Datani has gone for a bit of tap. I mean, going at 10 and over now, almost 11 actually.
Thuds into the pads, but was going to miss leg stump, so it'll just be the one leg bye.
Sunshine again, glorious sunshine.
I know, breaking through. No, good day. It's now going to rain all week apparently after today, so enjoy today. That could be a wide. No, not given. Just down the leg side. Quite interesting, because one or two others have been given earlier in the match for that.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? It's sort of up to the discretion of the umpires, but I do have varying views on wides down the leg side, because the batter didn't move her feet. It's not as if she moved wide of leg stump.
No, I think that was a bit of a let-off for the bowlers on that occasion. This time it's fetched along on. So 8 off the over in the end.
That was a bit of a hoik there from Gardner, but they're all runs and they desperately need them, Essex, at the moment. Just to try and catch up with that run rate. You know, I keep banging on about it, but it is stretching away from them.
Yeah, it's now
nearly 12, isn't it, required?
Very well. It just over. Yeah, just over 2 runs a ball now required, which is always a massive ask. Particularly as it's a big old boundary today as well. It's not entirely user friendly for the big sixes. We didn't see that, funny enough, in the Hampshire innings. 10 of the 16 boundaries were all scored by Bouchier.
Amanda Jade Wellington has changed ends, and it looks like there's a reverse going on. I think she's been bowled. She has, and is it stumped or bowled? It's Grucock.
I think it might be stumped.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll have a look at the replay. 30 off 33 for Grucock, but Amanda Jade Wellington changing ends has done the trick, and it's quite a clever juggle of bowlers from Georgia Adams here.
Yes, indeed.
Wellington now figures of 1 for 12. But Grucock was starting to make a few waves out there for Essex. She was the big white hope as well, having survived for so long. Here we go. It is a stumping, isn't it? I think.
It's weird, because the foot seemed to be back.
Well, this is what's confusing, isn't it?
We need to watch that again. Maybe it did take just a hop to get that back foot back in. There was a little hop.
Maybe we need a sideways on view.
Yeah.
There might not be a camera in place for the square on view.
But I think we'll have to go with the umpire there.
It'll have to be, yep,
I did see a hop that time, so...
So it's down as a stumping, but needed forensically to be examined.
Absolutely. Second stumping for Southby.
So Grucock back in the shed there, and she's certainly an informed batter, so that won't please Essex. 70 for 4. New batter Miller. Oh, is there a caught behind? Yes, there is. That finger has gone up. Yeah. Oh, look at the replay here. It's all happening. That's 5 down now at the end of Miller.
Flo Miller didn't look entirely sure, but that might have been disappointment.
0 of 1 delivery here. Things are getting a little chaotic in the Essex camp down there. With the bat, Grucock and Miller have gone bang bang. Just like that. Which does mean we could have a hat-trick ball coming up here for Wellington.
Here is the replay.
It's a loopy delivery.
Well,
Does it catch a feather of an outside edge?
Well, if there was a sound, it could have only come off the bat. So, and the bat was pretty close to the ball, but I think that was more Flo Miller looking disappointed than...
So Wellington now figures 2 for 12. I can read the board. Yes, I can.
This is a hat-trick delivery.
Here comes the hat-trick. Has the field changed? No, the field hasn't really changed. There's a slip in place.
No, it's always tough. Sapphire Smale come out now.
Here come the leggies. Oh, she's bowled it. It's a hat trick. She's done it. Amazing from Wellington. The Australian, the overseas player, has taken a hat trick, and the last one to go was Smale. Grucock, Miller, Smale, all three of them now back in the pavilion, thanks to the overseas player Wellington. He's really done the business here for Hampshire. 70 for 6 now, Essex, in all sorts of trouble, but huge excitement for Hampshire. And exciting to watch as well, a hat-trick take place, and she was clean bowled on that one.
Yep, there was no more conclusive way to finish a hat-trick. So stumped, caught and bowled, 3 different dismissals. But you do feel that has completely sunk Essex's ship in this particular one at the Ambassador Cruise Line ground, because to fight their way back from 70 to 6 to score 156 with 6 and a bit overs remaining does seem to be a very, very, very long way away.
Right, Eva Gray, you probably heard the announcement, is the new batter there, who needs to stick around and score very quickly here if Essex have any chance. Gardner still at the other end on 15 off 17. So
she's still got 3 balls left as over.
She has. This feels like the longest over of my life. A very exciting one.
Most concerning as far as Essex is concerned. She's still got 3 balls left.
Jade Wellington, here she is. And that's played quite coolly there by Gray, Eva Gray.
Yeah, that really was quite a nice shot, wasn't it? From the down on the scorecard as number 10.
Probably desperate to get off strike, I should think, having seen the chaos out there, the implosion of Essex.
But she's only batted once so far, Eva Gray. She made 6 not out this season. She has a high score of 35 not out in T20.
She certainly smothered that. Made sure she got to the pitch of the ball, Gardner. I think there's a little bit of the frighteners on now with Jade Wellington. Very quick to get back to her mark. She's certainly in the zone and having a purple patch here. It's right up there to be driven.
It's not often one's lucky enough to witness a hat-trick, so congratulations to Amanda Jade Wellington. Top job. And she gets high fives and low fives from various fans, and, well, slightly depressed air now in the amongst the members in the pavilion. There's still the occasional wave though going on.
Well, also the wicketkeeper Southby's been pretty much in the action and amongst it, hasn't she? What has she had? 1, 2 stumpings and a caught behind already.
Yeah.
Lovely figures as well. 3 for 13 off Wellington. She's still got 1 in the bank. She's bowled 3 overs.
Yeah, she'd had 3 caught and 1 stumped all season. She's nearly doubled. Well, she's nearly doubled the amount of victims in this match. And racing away from us will be Tulloch, and that's a nice looking shot again from Eva Gray. Fielder does get a touch on it though, which takes the pace off it, and they can only go through for 1. So there was just one run off that last over and 3 wickets. A thickish outside edge, and Gray says she wants the single. And although Tulloch does turn the throw onto the stumps, by that stage Jo Gardner had safely made her ground.
The tails are up though, aren't they? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right, and things are just happening, because I don't think Tulloch was even looking at the stumps when she threw them down on that occasion. Just everything is going the way of Hampshire currently. Oh, well bowled. The attempted drive from Eva Gray and just took the pace off the ball, and Gray was almost through the shot. suddenly we're hiding to nothing. What do we need? 83 required of 33 balls, with 4 wickets in hand. Well bowled again. Attempted stumping from long distance, which does hit the stumps, but Eva Gray was safely back in her crease. Poppy Tulloch bowling nicely at the moment from the Sir Alistair Cook end. Finally gets bat on ball, Eva Gray, and they are going to go through for 2. A direct hit would have been interesting, but well judged by Jo Gardner. She knows that if there are, she thinks there's 2 there, she's kind of got to go for them at the moment, because this victory target is getting ever further away at the moment in terms of time to get it. Eva Gray has a swing, and they're going to go for 2. It'll be good if she gets there. I think she does. Well run. Very well run. Very well judged too. But with a shortage of boundaries, that's what they're going to have to do, and that's the end of the 15th over. 6 off it.
Yeah, well, they're pushing for these second runs well, and they have to do it. It's compulsory here because of this run rate and what's required. 79 off 30 balls remaining is a big ask for Essex. And
well, they're not halfway there yet.
A few miracles need to take place here. You never know, though. Gardner's still there.
Yeah, true.
She needs to get going, though, and Hampshire have a very good way of stifling the tempo of their batting, and they've done this right from the first over here. And that hat-trick taken by Wellington was quite exceptional, and has thrown a huge spanner in the works. Wellington will continue. Oh, there's a big shout here for LBW, but it has been given. Yes, it has. She was slow to put her finger up, the umpire. And this time it will be Gardner. So Gardner is the established batter out there, and it is the end of Gardner, which for Essex is a bit of a death knell.
Yeah, it's her highest score in the competition this season, but it's still only 16, and that means it's 77 for 7.
And off 21 deliveries, and of course off 21 deliveries it's a fairly slow 16 in the context of this match, because Essex needed to get on with it. With that required run rate around 8 at the beginning of the game, it's now around something like 14, isn't it, or 15?
Yeah.
Almost 16, actually.
It's now just a... You regret to say it as an Essex fan, but that's it, really. So Sophie Monroe next to have a go.
Yeah, 77 for 6 here, and Amanda Jade Wellington continues to wade through these wickets.
4 for 13 in her fight. Well, it is a final over. That's the only good news as far as Essex are concerned.
She might. Yeah, she's still hungry. She's got 5 balls to go in her final over. That's played well. Took the pace off the ball there, Munro. She pushes it into the offside and steals a single.
Yes.
Ooh. She been bowled? Yes, she has. It's another one. That was really flighted. It was right up there. And there was a big, kind of wafty shot at that one from Gray. Gray out for 6 off 7 deliveries. At just capitulating at the moment. Essex 8 down, 78 for 8. And that is the end of Gray. Just going out with a whimper at the moment, Essex.
Well, at least they're halfway there now.
Ever the optimist.
Yes, but 78 for 8. And how many balls has Wellington got left? Is it still 2?
2 or 3. Let's have a look. So she's taken her 5 for now, hasn't she?
She has.
Amanda Jade Wellington.
Yes, she's got the remarkable figures of... Oh, there's still 3 balls left. 5 for 14. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So her best.
There'll be a single here, but Hampshire won't be worried about singles, that's for sure. They'll just be interested in cleaning up the tail as quickly as they can. 79 for 8 now. K-Pack being the new batter. Joining proceedings here.
Oh, she did take 5 for 8 once, so these aren't even her best figures.
Yeah, but not for Hampshire.
No, they're her best figures for Hampshire.
Definitely
yes.
her best. Well, she hasn't been here long, has she?
I know.
Yes, two wickets for Wellington so far in this over, and 4 runs. Another tasty looking over for her. It's nicely played there by Munro, who just makes a bit of room, using the depth of her crease, but again it's only a single. 5 off the over, but 2 wickets taken. So really tasty from Wellington. 5 for 18 off her 4 is her final figures. She's used up her quota now, but boy, she made the most of it.
She did. 5 for 18. That's just fantastic bowling. She's been supported well by the rest of the attack, but she has been the real difference. Maya Bouchier's 87, and this bowling from Wellington, really the crucial moments in this match as far as Hampshire are concerned.
Right, 4 overs remaining now.
Tyson back into the attack for her final over, none for 11 at the moment. Comes off a thickish inside edge out into covers, no run. You do feel it's slightly going through the motions currently. On bowled, steps back to try and cut and loses the top of off stump, so Munro goes for 4. The spinners continue to run rampant in this match. Tyson gets her first wicket. So it is now 82 for 9.
Right, 1 wicket away from victory here, Hampshire.
70 for 3 Essex were, and are now 82 for 9.
Yeah, they've really gone for the jugular. That Aussie overseas player is earning her crust. I think she's looking for her Christmas bonus.
Yeah, Amarikar final batter to make her way out to the crease as far as Essex are concerned.
Yeah, the wicket keeper for Essex.
To mug with the bat, but immediately pulls that round the corner, but it'll only be a single. So Kate Kopak will be facing Tyson for the first time. Comes down the wicket. Plays a nice looking drive, but not for the first time. It's fielded very well by Tyson in her follow-up. A couple of times she's stopped runs when the ball has been hit straight. A big swing into the pads. Tentative appeal. and tries to sweep the ball away and misses out. That is the end of the over. There was one run from it and one more wicket. 83 for 9. The unrealistic victory target. Another 73 off 18. Even if they hit every ball for 4, that will only be 72. So they need 17 fours and a 6.
Right,
As
well,
the helicopter buzzes us overhead.
Georgia Adams has brought herself back on again, and well might she as well, as she has bowled remarkably well as 3 for 9. Her figure's off 3, so she'll be hungry for that final wicket here to pick up for victory for Hampshire in this T20 Blast.
She started the rot, didn't she? She those 3 top order wickets. She removes Scrivens, McLeod and Heap.
Let's see what she can do. Let's hit with the spin there. Will it go for 4? We might get a consolation boundary, I think, for Essex here.
Yeah, well played, Damara Carr.
And a delicate shot from Carr, just helps it around the corner. Down towards a wide, fine leg.
Well, that's one of the 4s. Just another,
count the
another 15 and a 6.
That's more of a nurdle from Carr.
Let's raise the number of 6s required.
Well, there's nobody there at mid-wicket, so there is a hole to be exploited. 88 for 9. Just a little bit quicker there this time from Georgia Adams. That's well played again by Carr. She knows the gaps there down towards fine leg. I mean, they're not runs that are going to win the match, but even so, it's still batting practice, and she's playing well for number 11, I might add.
Yes, well,
Amara Carr.
on the scorecard, she's in at 8.
There's another push and a single. Last ball of Adams is over coming up. In these death overs. So, they will take the run. That's good running. That's good running there from Kopak, who's running to the danger end. Saw it nice and early. Always got to be assertive with those sorts of runs. So, they live on, Essex. They live on for another over or 2.
Yeah,
so, 2 to go. But 64 off 12. I don't even like uttering those figures because they're rather depressing as far as Essex are concerned. Is what is required here to win the game.
63 off 12. I'm just trying to do some sums in my head.
Well, it really was a very competitive score that they posted, Hampshire, of 155. With those runs to chase down Amanda Jade Wellington on fire with the ball. And hasn't helped Essex with her leg spin.
No, but she can't bowl anymore, so that's good. Poppy Tullock can, though, who's bowled very nicely so far. Is this her final over?
Yes.
Yes, it is. 0 for 15 so far. Nice looking shot again from Amara Carr, who's batted very nicely since she came out. Looking as if she's having a little audition to maybe be put back up the order again. Just the single. Slower ball does for Kate Kopak. Understandable smiles on the Hampshire players' faces. It's wide, but not wide enough to be a wide. And you can see by the look of Kate Kopak that she feels she rather missed out on that. So 63 off 9, that's 7 a ball. So effectively, the match has now gone mathematically.
7 a ball, not an over, exactly, in case people thought you misheard.
So unless there are wides and no balls hit for 6, that will be it. Instead, that is mown down to long on for just the single. Bouchier with the throw. If Essex could get to the 100. Tulloch, though, in once again, full toss, and it's slapped, but straight to the skipper. And it'll only be 1. You probably feel she rather missed out on that America. Tulloch just apologises. She started the run and then couldn't finish it. Now she's ready. It's whipped away nicely off her toes by Kate Kopak, but straight to a fielder. How often have we said that in this Essex innings? And Francesca Sweet does well. That's the end of the penultimate over. There were 4 runs from it, 96 for 9. So 6 balls left of the match.
And 10 runs a ball required. So they're going through the motions out there at the moment, Essex. And there's the 2 batters out there. You might as well use it as sort of match practice.
I think that's
for batting. Use it for something. Take something positive out of it.
And I think that's exactly what these 2 have done. How many have they put on? They've put on 14, which is
82 is the last.
The 3rd biggest partnership.
And putting the 100 up, as you say, is some sort of a milestone, isn't it?
Yes,
Feel
yes.
Slightly better with 3
In the world
on the board.
of net run rates, it's all quite a good idea.
So Datani, here she goes. Final over of this match. Bends the back. Good looking shot from Kopak. Well reached as well. Almost at full stretch to hit that shot. Field spreading again. Marakar's got a big gaping hole on that leg side. In fact, there's nobody in on the single. Whoa, there's a big heave-ho there from Carr. Looking to bowl a bit quicker here, Datani.
Didn't miss
bowling
by a
as
lot,
short
did
as
it?
she bowled in those previous overs, because she has been tapped around a little bit.
Yeah, the first 3 overs, what did they went for 27.
She was going in around 9 and over, 10 and over at one point. She'll want to tidy up her figures. She's coming around the wicket with her left arm, and there will be a sneaky little run here. Whoa, just a slight misfield there from Datani. He was looking for the underarm flick to the stumps, but didn't manage to grab hold of it.
I think Kopak would have made a ground anyway. They ran very well.
Yeah, that was tip and run, wasn't it?
It was tip and run.
So 3 balls remaining now in this match here at Chelmsford between the Hampshire Hawks and the Essex women. On this rather vibrant green pitch. It's in the air, but it's safe. This long on is right back.
99.
Another run to Kopak. 99 for 9. Can they make it to the 100 mark? 2 balls left.
It's well bowled, isn't it, if you can keep a team down to 5 runs and over in T20.
Good looking shot there from Carr. 100 will go up. And there will be an acknowledgement
To warm
from
applause.
the crowd.
Warm applause.
Take some positivity for Essex out of this game. All right, one more ball to come. 100 for 9. Still 56 runs behind. Oh, looking to be clever there from Kopak, and why not? She's got nothing to lose.
No.
Last ball, just looking to reverse. And a brilliant game overall by Hampshire, looking to dominate right from the start. Plenty of runs off the bat. Very competitive score, 155 to put up, as it's proved to be. And really good batting, particularly from, we have to say, Bouchier on her 87 or 55 delivery. She went at quite a canter. She was very difficult to control and dampen. And really
Eight
took the game
fours
away.
and 2 sixes.
Yeah.
The only 2 sixes we've seen all day. Haven't seen that many fours, but she hit 8 of them. So yes, absolute standout innings of the match, let alone Hampshire Hawks innings. Though mention as well to Francesca Sweet, she did well. As the 2 remaining Essex batters just make their way off the pitch to greet the Hampshire Hawk squad players who didn't make the final 11, and the Essex players come out to greet the final 2 batters, but it won't be a terribly happy home dressing room, I don't think, today, as the coaching staff also come out to say well done you two. And now the general procession for the hand taps and the well dones to be gone through.
Yeah, it's quite an exceptional performance of the ball, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we were honoured really to see that hat-trick by
See a
Amanda
hat-trick.
Jade Wellington, the Aussie,
Absolutely
with her
fantastic.
leggies, her very bouncy leggies, and she took a 5 for 18 off 4. I mean, really tidy figures, and just really stifled Essex, together with Georgia Adams, who bowled well as well with her 3 for 18, and just
Yeah.
as a bowling unit they worked well together. It was a good mixture of spin and seam, and none of the batters ever settled, none of the
No.
Essex batters.
All the 9 wickets actually fell to spin in the end, but I thought Adams, when she came on, those 3 wickets at the top of the order really changed things. And you can see from the match summary, 5 for 18, 3 for 18, whereas the best figures for Essex, 2 for 33, 1 for 22. Smale bowled very tidily in her 4 overs, but Bouchier and Sweet really did set it up, and then Wellington and Adams made sure that despite the best efforts of particularly Grucock and Gardner, by some way the biggest partnership, 43 they put on for the 4th wicket. But that was the start of the hat-trick that successfully just completely undermined the Essex response and set this up as a very, very impressive victory, which means Essex have now won 3 and lost 3 in the Vitality T20 Blast. Hampshire have won 2, drawn 2 extraordinarily, and only lost 1. So Hampshire will jump above Essex in the table. And their run of victories as the Essex bogey side continues. That's 4 on the trot now. And, you can't say that Hampshire Hawks didn't deserve that victory by 55 runs. So myself and Izzy will now say goodbye, and thanks for joining us this afternoon. And well done, the Hampshire Hawks. I'm sure Essex will bounce back.
Yes, thank you very much, and goodbye everybody.